Hey guys, Harish here from thedigitalrish.com. Today we are going to discuss about the buyer persona. In this video, I'll explain you what a buyer persona or a customer avatar is. We are going to discuss why it is really needed for your business, especially for online business. And finally, we are going to learn how to create your buyer persona. Before we get into the topic, let me give you a short intro about me. I'm an engineer, turned out to be a digital marketer, but I never say myself as an engineer. That's why I mentioned I'm not. Right now, I'm working on sales and I write everything about digital marketing in my blog, thedigitalrish.com. I'm also a traveler and an adventure junkie. Okay, now let's dive into the topic. What is buyer persona? Buyer persona is also called a customer avatar, which means a person representing your ideal customer. Your buyer persona can be a fictional person or even a real person. If it is a real person, it is going to help you a lot in your business. People will no longer read your content unless they relate with their life. So in such a case, you need a buyer persona to write personalized content. With the buyer persona, you will get to know who your audiences are, what they need, how do they approach things, and everything about them. Doesn't it sound cool? Buyer persona document includes everything about your audiences, right from their demographic details like age, marital status, salary, to their goals and challenges. With all the data, you will get to know everything about them so that you can customize the content based on it, which adds a personal touch to their reader. Let's look into some statistics. 71% of companies who exceed revenue and lead goals have documented personas. 37% of companies who meet revenue and lead goals have documented personas. 47% of companies who exceed sales and revenue goals consistently maintain their personas. In fact, it will give you 100% increase in number of page visits and 900% increase in length of visit and 111% increase in email open rate and even 171% increase in marketing generated revenue. I always suggest analyzing the data. If you are trusting the God to help you in business, it is not going to happen. But if you trust data, it will help you anyways. That's why data is God. Okay, hope you understand what buyer persona is. Now let's talk about why we need a buyer persona and how it helps you in business. Let's say you have a physical store and people visit your store and you will interact with them personally. So you'll get to know who they are, what are their interests, and all of that. If it is an online business where your products can be sold via online, you may not know anything about them, like who is purchasing, who they are, what they do, and all of such things. Here, the sale happens completely because of your content. So you need to create content in such a way that people should get attracted to your content. For that, you need a buyer persona. It helps you in understanding your audiences, like what they need, why do they need, what they love, what are their goals and interests, what are the difficulties that are facing to achieve their goals. It helps you to understand everything about your audiences. Having the data in your hand, you can create content according to your audience, which is a personalized one. Gone are the days where you can create general content. People will love to read only if you talk to them personally. Your content should speak to them. So if your content adds a personal touch, it eventually leads to good conversion, which again leads to generating higher revenue. So this is why you need a buyer persona. Now I hope that you understood what a customer avatar or buyer persona is and why it is needed. So let me help you to create one for your business. Let's go step by step. The first step is to research your target audience. This will help you in targeting the right people for your survey. Let's say you own an e-commerce store for pet care. Here, your target audiences are the people who love pets. So you need to be clear on whom you are sending the survey. Now step 2. Create a set of questions that matches your niche. You may use tools like Google Form or Typeform to take the survey. This is how your question structure should be. Your questionnaire should include all the questions like this. First, you need to know who are your audiences. It includes their demographic and other personal background details like their job, gender, married or unmarried, salary, locality, experience of work, and all of that. Next, it should have what your audiences are. In the sense, it should have what are their goals, what are they interested in, like what are the challenges that they face. So with this data, you will get to know a little bit about them. And next comes the why question. In this field, your question should be like, why do they have certain goals and interests? Why do they face objections while they are achieving the goals? And this data will let you know the pain points of your audience. And the next one is how. Here you can ask how they approach things, how they handle the issues that they are facing, and all of that. So in this, you will get to know about your competitors. And the last one is where. In this, you will get an idea about where your people hang out more, like in WhatsApp or Facebook, Instagram or Google or anything of that sort. And you will also get to know where they find solutions for their problems. Do they use Google or anything related or your competitor stuff to solve their issues and get things like that. So this is how you can frame the questionnaire to collect the data from your audiences. And the step 3 is to create multiple buyer persona. It is applicable if you have multiple customer segments. Let's say your business has different customer ranges like students, parents, and entrepreneurs. So you need to create 3 different set of questions for each customer range. It is absolutely okay to have multiple buyer personas because you cannot understand the students with the details of entrepreneurs, right? So it is okay to have multiple buyer persona for your business. Now, did you think how to find your audiences? Can you send this survey to someone random people? Definitely not. Focus on your current customers. If you already run a business, then request them to respond to the survey. This will let them understand that you care a lot about understanding them. Or you can also send the survey to your prospects who do not use your products but are about to buy in the future. Use some kind of incentives to get it done. Now, what if you don't have any customers or prospects as you're very new to business? You may even share the form with your friends, co-workers, your relatives, your social media followers, or in your network. Else, you can also use your third-party network for this. You can do some research and get the email ID on LinkedIn who's in your niche. Send the survey to them and request them to fill out. You should use some incentives to collect the data. People will not share their details just like that. You need to offer them something. In marketing terms, it is also called lead magnets. You can offer something like ebooks, free templates, gift cards, coupons, and anything like that to get your work done. Also mention it clearly in your mail that this is not a sales call and just for you to want to know about them to serve better for them. If you do so, your audience won't hesitate to answer your question. Now with the collected data, you need to process it. Go through each and every detail that your filled form has and make one persona for each customer segment which has the most common details out of all that you have. Let's say you have 100 people filled your form and now you will have 100 data with you. Now go through all the 100 data and make it as one which satisfies the maximum of those 100 data and name the one data that you have created, and this is your buyer persona. The one data is going to represent your ideal customer. So this is one form that I made for my business, for my buyer persona or customer avatar. So I made it for a digital marketing business. So I gave as a free ebook as a lead magnet to collect the data. So it is like a glossary of digital marketing ebook. I gave it free. So I collected email address, name, age, gender, locality, job title, their student, working professional, freelancer, annual income, how much they earn, marital status, they are single, married, relationship, education, the expertise level in digital marketing, whether they are beginner or intermediate, they are advanced, or how much time they spend in digital marketing every day, less than 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours, and all of that things. And what is the best way to learn digital marketing, like blogs, courses, internship programs, ebooks, physical classes. What do they want to become? What are their goals? Like they want to be digital marketer, affiliate marketer, mentor, startup owner. Why do they want to achieve goals? And which component of digital marketing are they interested in, like SEO, content marketing, paid ads? What is the difficult thing that you feel in digital marketing? So this is the pain point that they have to mention here, and their confidence level on a scale of 1 to 10. Where do they feel less confident, like they're learning the fundamentals, lack of guidance, lack of resources, lack of implementation? Where do they hang out more? Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Telegram, anything of that sort? And what on which time slot they do prefer, like using the social media and check emails. Like with this data, I can send the email campaigns at that time so that I can get more open rate. So these are the responses that I've collected. So when you're looking into this, the age group is like most of the people are less than 30, and the gender, locality, annual income are like people less than 1 lakh, or most of them are student, and many people are single, and many people here are postgraduate and undergraduate, and many are undergraduate. And the expertise level is like most of the people are beginner, and they spend like up to maximum like 2 to 4 hours in learning digital marketing per day. And they think the best way to learn digital marketing is an internship program. And what do they want to become? Like they want to become a digital influencer. Some people say startup owner, some people say mentor. And which component like they interested in learning more, like they feel like SEO, content marketing. And most people say SEO on content marketing, very few say email marketing. And what is the difficult thing? Their pain points is like too many competitors. They don't know how to implement gaining exposure. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much confident they are? People are like around average. They are confident at around 8 or 7. And where do they feel less confident? Like most people say it is lack of implementation. And most people hang out in YouTube and LinkedIn or something like Instagram. And people like hang out at mostly in the evening time, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and few people say AM, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. So I can process all this data and make one data, which is my buyer persona. So however, all this data comes under one data. Now we saw the sample form that I made for my business. I have given the link in bio. You can have it as a reference and you can create one for your business. Okay, now you have a precious thing in your hand, which is data. You need to make use of it. Let's say you named your customer avatar as Krish. Now, if you write an ad copy or a blog or email content or social media content, you write like you're writing to Krish. If you are doing so, it adds a personalized touch to people when they read it. They will feel like you're speaking like sitting next to them, which ultimately has the ability to get converted, which is our goal. You can use email marketing tools to personalize further based on their behavior. Now we are done with our buyer persona. I'm sure these are the things that you can achieve definitely if you have your clear buyer persona. Your conversion rate will go high. You will understand your audience. With that, you will add a personalized touch to the reader. You will develop a good customer relationship, which is mandatory things in business, and you will get increased email open rate. Okay, hope you have some idea what is buyer persona and why it is used and also how to create it. If you need any clarification, visit my blog, thedigitalrich.com, which is an insightful blog for digital marketing. Also, do follow me on social media. Find out all the handles of mine and also the link to the slide deck and other resources in the description. Thank you and see you in the next video.